Are you ready for a new operation?
Yeah, just lost a tail actually.
Do you require support?
Not anymore. Let's go.
Auto drive now enabled. This is London Calling. You're listening to Buckingham, your source for what they don't need you to.
Drone, begin a search.
It's hard to believe.
Bloody great show last night.
Well done, team. It's good to see the safe house filling up again. The only way we're going to keep London from falling into total oppression is by rebuilding the resistance. We need to recruit, train, build back our arsenal. The people are itching to rise up and take their city back. We just need to show them that DedSec are fighting along with them.
Sure, but can't we just take all the arseholes out and... ta-da! Problem solved.
Albion's out here acting like them run the show. Cha, beating people up for talking back to them.
Yeah, and there's Clan Kelly running all the crime and shit. And Albion won't lift a fucking finger.
Fair, but remember that this zero-day hacker group is still out there. They took out DedSec once, and it's a good bet they'll try again. I believe they were responsible for the bombings and framed DedSec. With your help, I plan to get to the bottom of this mystery.
I'd say that's a full docket. Enough talk. Let's unfuck London.
Slamming you in the face.
If you think this is good for your morale, I'm not going to judge it out loud. Feeling more confident? Good, let's use it.
Be advised. And other large assemblies will be met with force.
I've been avoiding this place since it happened. All this empty air makes it hard to think of stupid shit to say, you know?
This place is too suspect. No people, no construction, but all the security walking around?
Yeah, super weird. Addy, what am I looking for?
Any kind of device or component that could still be emitting the signal. It seems to be coming from within the rubble. is it. The signal is coming from this Spiderbot fragment. No indication yet who it belongs to.
Oh, poor little guy. What are you doing here, friend?
Difficult to say, but with an AR reconstruction, we may be able to see what happened to it and if it relates to the attack. Access data relays in the vicinity, and I can compile enough data to build the AR reconstruction.
Over there. Bloody hell! They got a gun!
Perfect. 2 more data relays to go. One more data relay and I'll have it.
Something over there?
do it. Now, I'll just take the audio from this stream and the video from these 36 and... Got it. Go back to where you found that spider bot and I'll show you the AR reconstruction from the night of the explosion.
Copy that.
CTOS AR. Data reconstruction in progress.
You brought the payload? What, think we'd go back for you? Don't trust the Kelly dog.
Kelly? Like Clan Kelly? Mobsters blew the city up.
This is a handoff, do you understand? Kelly's just acting as a supplier.
Question is, who were they meeting with? Didn't seem like they knew each other too well. Maybe that was Zero Day.
Well, don't just stand there. Keep looking.
Done. What's next?
Bagley, can you do a thing and work out who was running the spider bot?
I've now fully decrypted the signal the spider bot is broadcasting, and while I cannot identify a specific user, it is a call code used by the Metropolitan Police Service.
Typical. The dirty Fed witnessed all of this go down and said nothing.
The reconstruction continues behind that rubble.
Cool. Lucky I bought my secret quantum tunneling device, mate.
Quantum tunnel technology is at least 10 years away, but spider bots and drones are here today. You could try one of those if you don't feel like waiting.
Good call.
Why don't you aim those human eyeballs of yours at the van's cargo?
Right, okay.
RDX nitrogen, and the exact same detonator system like the bombs that were planted at Parliament.
It's 0 day. It's gotta be.
There, hurry. We've got all the deliveries.
So you were hired to supply all the targets? That's it. We're all on need to know.
Shit. So 0 day was using a bunch of groups to pull off the bombings.
That's certainly one way to pull off a massive coordinated attack while remaining anonymous. 0 day needed manpower and resources, but they needed them at an arm's length. And it doesn't take the world's greatest AI detective to see that both Clan Kelly and Albion benefited in the aftermath. Unfortunately, this is the most we can get out of the AR reconstruction, but if we could find the mystery officer who was spying through the spider bot, maybe they could tell us more.
There we are.
Tracing the Spider-Bot's serial number, it was assigned to New Scotland Yard 3 years ago. Perhaps more information about its user or its assignment will be available at the station.
So the police knew about the bombings and said nothing. Oh, Bagley. I think we might get to uncover a conspiracy.
The only way to know for sure is to investigate New Scotland Yard.
Shit, it looks like Albion took over the police station.
And the entire police service. But don't worry, if you're not pleased with your privatized goon squad, just take your business across the street.
Well, I do say fuck the police. I also say fuck Albion. What to make of this?
Not to worry. The only difference now is the uniform, assault weapons, and the fact they're motivated by profit over public service. Now, any record or information on the Spider-Bot will be further in.
Ha! Clown. Is that so?
Bye.
Yes. Wow. You're filthy. Bugger off.
No, that's not... You're not listening to me. Right. Okay.
Reminder. Please keep your optic device with you at all times. Failure to provide your optic to an Alpine personnel will result in prosecution.
Turn over everything here until you find them.
Next area.
No!
I'm not seeing anybody. I'll go over there. Heading out. Moving on. Moving on.
Damn it! Think we lost him.
Baggy, is this the right Spider-Bot?
According to the serial numbers, this matches the piece of Spider-Bot from the Tone bombing site.
Can you tell who used it last?
Navigate the spider bot from out of that room. I'll need a direct connection in order to learn more from our bisected friend.
Piss easy. I got this.
That opening right there looks like a good exit point. That's a part of the remote detonator system from Parliament. If the Met, or Albion rather, actually analysed it, they would see it wasn't DedSec's handiwork at all. Right, get comfy. This spiderbot might be broken and missing some of its legs, but it can still jump and fit through vents. That's a good way to get through the station undetected. That's Dalton's mask. It must have been recovered from Parliament. It might be the only thing left of him now. you look at all this junk. You'll have to jump your way across to get to the next vent opening.
Decided they couldn't be trusted to do their jobs. Suddenly some corporation can clean up our streets better than the same police force we've had for who knows how long. When crime's fighting, it's treated like a business. Crime will never go away. That'll be bad for business, right? So don't tell me Albion has our best interests at heart, something.
You're almost there. Make your way through this last vent path.
Got it.
Scanning Spybot and accessing its internal drives. While I'm analysing this data, you should make yourself scarce. Unless you'd like to explain to your new, heavily armed, privatised police force why you've broken into the station.
Sure.
The Spiderbot fragment you found has a satellite-based GPS module that regularly pushed its location to a specific ground station.
A secret location? Cool. What are we waiting for? Let's go.
Pushing you the ground station's coordinates.
Provala says this arsehole's a spy. Not exactly inconspicuous, that.
Not to worry, I have a trace on them. That all you've got?
London Calling. You're listening to Buccaneer, your source for what they don't want you to know. With me, Tash. It's hard to believe that there can be shortages of food and medicine in an advanced country like ours, and yet here we are. Those old government promises of adequate food turned out to be just another lie. Today we're short of basic foodstuffs and vital medical supplies. Hundreds have already died of conditions that could be easily cured. The black market means that criminal gangs like Clan Kenny run the city. And Prime Minister Brett Carney isn't even around with Kenny's big family. How do we go from the consumer paradise to a place of empty shelves?
Surrender yourself. Failure to comply will result in extreme measures. Halt! Failure to comply will result in forceful intervention. Cease and desist, or you will be restrained. Warning. Continuing unlawful activity will result in arrest.
Sierra 4-2, this is Control. An alarm has been activated near you. Survey the area. We're not clear yet. Checking by the alarm.
They're wounded!
Urgent call. Possible hostile at your location.
Taking a cover position!
Received. Moving in hostile's direction.
Negative. No sign of the target yet.
Right, I'm putting a stop to this. Unit, fall back. Over.
This is London Calling. You're listening to Buccaneer, your source for what they don't want you to know. with me, Tash. It's hard to believe that there could be shortages of food and medicine in an advanced country like ours, and yet here we are. Those old government promises of adequate food turned out to be just another lie. Today we're short of basic foodstuffs and vital medical supplies. Hundreds of us died of conditions. This is London Calling. You're listening to Buccaneer, your source for what they don't want you to know. With me, Tash. It's hard to believe that there could be shortages of food and medicine in an advanced country like ours, and yet here we are. Those old government promises of adequate food turned out to be just another lie. Today we're short of basic foodstuffs and vital medical supplies. Hundreds have already died of conditions that can be easily cured. The black market means that criminal gangs like Clan Kelly run the cities. And Prime Minister Dev Hassani isn't even around to pretend to care. How do we go from a consumer paradise to a place of empty shelves and fighting for supplies? What turns a land of plenty into a wild west of hoarding, food battles and black market barons? We protect everyone who comes on the podcast by keeping their identities a secret. Here's veteran political reporter Ian on the
Auto drive now enabled.
Look, I mean, what was the first thing?
Auto drive now
Britain
disabled.
Sealed itself off. Like, the first stuff that got stopped from coming in was fresh food. I mean, we could live without the fresh food. I mean, everyone's quality of life got instantly worse than we could live without it. The most damaging part was when the radioactive isotopes stopped coming in. Now, radioactive isotopes, that's what we use for cancer screening, cancer treatment. Now, that stuff, it has a short half-life. Technetium used to save hundreds of thousands of lives just by screening for cancer, let alone testing for cancer. But that stuff has a half-life of 66 hours. As soon as those walls went up, there was just no time to bring it into the country, and that is when people started dying. And then the medicines. The thing is, there's loads of medicines that you just can't stockpile. There was a moment before it took place when you can't stockpile things. There were some things that could be done. So a lot of it, there was nothing that could be done. We had a major problem with drug toxicity. So we saw such an uptick in the kind of attachment things, and people suffering on their own because they didn't have the mental health care, because those drugs couldn't be stockpiled. We eventually found the same thing with foods that weren't cheap in the UK. And the problem is, we don't produce our own food. We never have. And under half of our own food.
Obscuring your face with
Is this some kind of test? Guys?
What was that? Dickhead, bro! Go fuck your mom! I will shoot you! This ain't gonna be easy! There's jack shit going on here. No one here. Moving on. Yeah, no one here, but I'll keep looking. No one here.
No one here.
Moving on.
I'll check it moving on.
I'm not seeing anyone.
Everybody
No
would
one.
look for them.
I'll look
Stay in
this way.
contact. Nothing here.
All clear.
Lost them!
Dickhead, bro! This is just unawesome.
This is London Calling. You're listening to Buccaneer, your source for what they don't want you to know. With me, Tash. It's hard to believe that there can be shortages of food and medicine in an advanced country like ours. And yet, here we are.
Auto drive now enabled.
Let's check them down! Food turned out to be just another lie. Today we're short of basic...
Yeah, I'm stumped. Bagley, any ideas?
I'm detecting a surveillance network guarding a space under this bridge. If you can patch into it, perhaps you can take a look inside. The GPS history of the Spider-Bot we recovered regularly pings these coordinates. Our mystery witness to the real bombers must have come to this lovely, damp location several times.
Seems like a pretty good place to do secret shit, if you ask me.
Or to discreetly dump a body into the Thames.
We protect everyone who comes in the podcast by keeping their identities a secret. Here's veteran political reporter Ian on the power behind shortages.
Yeah, I mean, what was the first thing that happened when Britain sealed itself off? The first stuff that got stopped from coming in was fresh food. I mean, we could live without fresh food. I mean, everyone's quality of life got instantly worse, but we could live without
Auto drive
it.
now
The most damaging
enabled.
part was when the radioactive isotopes stopped coming in. Now, radioactive isotopes, that's what we use in cancer screening, cancer treatment. Now, that stuff, it has a short... But that's because the half-life as soon as those walls went up.
This is London Calling. You're listening to Buccaneer, your source for what they don't want you to know. With me, Tash. It's hard to believe that there could be shortages of food and medicine in an advanced country like ours, and yet here we are. Those old government promises of adequate food turned out to be just an illusion. Today we're short of basic foodstuffs and vital medical supplies. Hundreds have already died of conditions that can be easily cured. The black market means that criminal gangs like Clan Kelly run our cities. And Prime Minister Dev Hassani isn't even around to pretend to care for him. How do we go from a consumer paradise to a place of empty shelves and fighting for supplies? What turns a land of plenty into a wild west of hoarding, food battles and black market barons? We protect everyone who comes into contact. I need to know our business. Here's Dr. Let's go here for Ian and the power behind it. This is London Calling. You're listening to Buccaneer, your source for what they don't want you to know. With me, Tash. It's hard to believe that there could be shortages of food and medicine in an advanced country like ours, and yet here we are. Those old government promises of adequate.
I wonder if there's more to this thing.
The area for suspicious behavior.
Whoa, it's like a secret police station down here. I mean, a police station that is secret, not a... You know what I mean.
Well, if Albion was stomping all over your workplace, you'd find a different place to store your lunch too. And it seems our mystery officer was dedicated.
Yeah, all right. So what would lead them to the Tone bombing?
The computer's dusty enough to kill an asthmatic, but there may still be something useful on it.
This is Inspector Caitlin Lau. Well, former inspector now. Since Albion's coup, the Met is no more. The police brass had already buried the evidence anyway. Everything implicating Albion and Clan Kelly in the bombings. But I know Mary Kelly's band of twats were involved, and they're involved in other crimes we can look into. Me and a few good mates are willing to go off book, going after Mary Kelly again. I'll never fucking learn, will I? Inspector Caitlin Lau, video log. Clan Kelly and Albion are teamed up on some deal. I don't have all the details, but it looks to be human trafficking. The European Processing Center is the Albion angle. Since the bombings, they can grab anyone off the street. Call them illegal immigrants, potential DedSec insurgents, whatever. Though we know who the real danger is. So, Clan Kelly gets hold of these people, these immigrants, deportees, victims, really, and they're taking them somewhere. But where and why? It all comes back to the boss lady herself. I knew she was into something, but she wriggled off the hook. There's only one way I can do this. 24/7 surveillance on Mary Kelly. If I'm caught, well, this will be my last entry. But I have to see what she's hiding.
So, our mystery officer was Inspector Caitlin Lau. It sounds like Mary Kelly was her white whale, and her investigation led her to the bombings.
Fuck me. So Albion and Clan Kelly were working together?
It seems like Zero Days Web covers all of the unsavory bits of London. Tug on a thread, and it leads back to them. Clan Kelly and Albion included.
People are getting snatched off the streets. We have to do something about it, right? That's what we do.
Inspector Lau mentioned Albion is running their part of the operation out of the EPC. Detectives like us call that a lead.
All units. I repeat, all units. We have reports of a hostile in your area. Over.
Moving to the hostile's location. Over.
Hell yes. You see all that? Fuck, I'm good at being in DedSec.
You wouldn't have been recruited if DedSec thought you'd be killed that easily.
You trying to be nice, Bags? Aw, thanks, mate.
Some days may want to mute the robot as well, but it's more help than not.
Report back to HQ.
This Albion Clan Kelly business leaves a bad taste in my mouth. And if Caitlin Lau's right, then this little nugget jumps to the front of the queue. We have reason to believe a former DedSec operative may still be alive, but missing inside the EPC.
Angel Lopez, not London-born, but I won't hold that against him, unlike some others.
Looks like Angel got caught up in the immigration roundup, which, ironically, may be the only reason he escaped 0 Days DedSec purge.
Anti-immigrant sentiment has grown in London since the bombings. Albion fuels it. It allows them to send anyone they want to their brutal refugee camp.
We need to find Angel before they discover he's DedSec. This is kind of personal team. But finding his trail might just shed some light on the Albion Clan Kelly connection.
That's not good. No deportees are leaving the UK. They probably threw him into the EPC and just forgot about him.
I've sent the details to your device and advised our contact at the EPC. They can get you inside.
Sweep everything until you find him!
Auto drive now enabled.
Hey, man's never been in. When it's shut down, that's not me and it's shut down. Ring ring pussy is shut down. Fashion week and it's shut down. Went to the show sitting in the front row in a black tracksuit and it's shut down. Touch the road and it's shut down. Boy better know when it's shut down. Yeah, take time if a man want try me. No time. Usain Bolt when I run up on stage, I pick up the mic and it's reload time. Don't know your songs but they know mine. That's why I do gigs just like Joe Grind. After the show I'll be rolling mine. Don't care about the no smoking sign. They tried to steal my vision. This ain't a culture, it's my religion. God knows I don't wanna go prison. But if a man want try me, trust me, listen. Me and my G's ain't scared of police. We don't listen to no politician. Everybody on the same mission, and we don't care about your ism and schisms. Cause it's shut down. That's not me, and it's shut down.
So, I've delved more into Caitlin Lau's investigation, and an enormous number of missing person cases centre around the EPC. The inspector was definitely onto something.
Okay, yeah, let's find our guy. If they work out that Angel is DedSec before we find him, he's, you know, dead.
They can treat us like cattle. Line us up, tag us, and kill us when they feel like it. It's fucking fun.
Hey, how are you? Look, be cool. Don't act surprised. You want to chat?
You were DedSec, right? I've got some info for you guys.
Go on.
I was sacked, yeah? Me and all 300 people in my division. Boss said we were all replaced.
Mate, I'm sorry, that's awful.
Oh, don't feel sorry for me. It's just a messed up situation, innit? Like, proper sus. There's no way all 300 of us tech people could be replaced so quickly. Like I said, mad sus.
Right. So, you want DedSec to look into your replacement then?
Yeah. Help a sister out, and I'll owe you big time. Know what I mean?
Serious. Toss up. Give it up. Sure thing, I guess. What I mean, right.
Failure to comply with instructions from Albion personnel is a crime.
Got Bagley summons. I've already taken care of your entry. Get you in quick and quiet.
You're not like actually putting me in their system, right? That's a hassle that I do not need.
No worries, I'll spoof. But come meet me on the rooftop. The only place here that doesn't smell like piss. Got some info for you.
The European Processing Centre. It processes deportees by stacking them up in squalid conditions and forgetting about them. But hey, it's to protect London, right?
What is going on here?
This place is worse than a prison camp. Every day I see people come through here, torn from their homes and their families. But I'd rather stay and keep an eye on things. Maybe help out once in a while. Like now.
So this is what this country does to people with wrong stamps on their passports. Cool. So cool. So glad that I live here.
Yeah, well, people have been disappearing. Records say they have been processed, but it doesn't add up. No one ever properly leaves. And with the Kellys prowling around like fucking hyenas, I am not too optimistic about the people slipping through the cracks.
Oh, cool. Now we're fucking with Mary Kelly. I was just thinking how I'd love to get my balls cut off.
Truth. Now, about your missing guy. The best place to start would be the EPC database. They keep a record of everyone that comes in. And be careful.
Pushing the location of the EPC database on your optic. There will be a database here that we can search for evidence on Angel Lopez.
Disappointing.
Shit. That DedSec training is no joke.
Go on, Bagley. Tell me you found something.
I have. His file has been deleted from the main database, along with hundreds of others. Still very detailed. Even when committing crimes against humanity, the government doesn't skimp on paperwork. Here is a recording labelled Exit Interview.
You know what we do with terrorists, Lopez? Don't go pissing me off by denying anything. We know you're with DedSec. You think you were picked up on some random sweep? Not a fucking chance. Nothing to say. Well, this is not going to go well for you then, because I want information. The rest of your cell, where are they? I want names, places, everything you've got.
You think I'm daft? I spill everything I know and what? You let me go? I'm not talking. I know how this ends.
Oh, I don't think you do. I'm going to throw you to the wolves. The Kellys have an interesting way of disposing with problems.
You think I'm scared of some fucking thugs? Of winding up floating in the dams? Fuck you.
You're too pretty for that, mate. First, they'll peddle you. For dosh, right? Then, when you're used up, they're going to chop you up and send the pieces to the four corners.
I can take whatever you've got.
I almost feel sorry for you. Get him to the bloody clinic, then.
Shit. They knew he was DedSec the whole time. This doesn't look good for Angel.
The clinic keeps government service hours, which means it's closed. We'll have to find Angel the old-fashioned way and hack their CTOS hub. Deportation limbo, horrible living conditions, unexplained disappearances. It's almost as if the media are deliberately ignoring the situation here in favour of... Oh, look here, Beatrice Stokely, 89, recently took up kickboxing to fill up her days. Fascinating. If the EPC is a typical example of how humans treat each other, I'd say a benevolent AI overlord is a step up, wouldn't you?
Is now the time, Bagley?
I have reconstructed an AR scene of Angel's examination. You can view it inside the clinic.
Yes! Smashed it!
Take 2 steps back.